Боком сниму давай.
Заходи уже, заходи. Я тебя снимаю, ты меня снимаешь. Куда ты пошла?
Now, all vessels are required to have a two-way radio on board, like the one next to me here. If anyone should feel sick or ill in any way, let me know immediately, and I can get us back to the dock to meet an EMT within 15 minutes. Now, if anything were to happen to me, and I cannot continue, someone pick up this microphone, press the button, and say Captain Tom has fallen and cannot get up. They will then send out a replacement captain who will promptly throw me overboard and continue on with the tour. Now guys, if you look above your heads, you will see life preservers. Children are in the front and rear, adults are in the middle. I have some very good news about these life preservers. In the over 120 years of this tour being done, these life preservers have never been needed, never used once. Now here's the bad news. These are the original life preservers. No way they still work. They sink like a rock you put them on. Of course, I'm kidding a little bit. But here's the important part. If by some chance we get hit by a stray torpedo and we actually have to use these things, I will instruct you to take them down, slip them over your heads, attach the belt around your waist, proceed out that door and jump in the water. At which time a highly trained alligator rescue team will come and take you safely to shore. They will only charge you an arm and a leg for the service. Okay, safety speech is over. Done, finished. Safety schmanky, I said. Me? Since about last June or July, I'm a newbie. Now guys, that glass you're looking through is ordinary glass. It's a half-inch thick. It's not magnified in any way. There are no lights on the bottom of the boat or on the bottom of the river. The water is 72 degrees year-round, and it is 99.8% pure, which is why it is so clear. That's why they did so many movies here over the years, starting way back in 1916. They did a silent black and white film called The Seven Swans. Sounds exciting, right? Not really. Now this first spring we're going to see is called Spring of the Stars, in honor of all the movie stars that did films here over the years. Stars like Jane Russell, James Dean, Burt Reynolds, Jackie Gleason, Jerry Lewis, Tom Cruise did a movie here. Of course, Johnny Weissmuller did six Tarzan movies here. You guys see that gray rock down there with the stick next to it? And then the opening to the spring is right next to that gray rock. That's where the water comes out. Can everybody see that in front of the boat, middle of the boat, back of the boat? We spin around, get a little closer. That's 26 feet deep right there, guys. Now guys, if at any time during this tour someone cannot see what I'm talking about, please let me know, because I have nothing better to do than drive this little boat in circles all day long. You guys might have noticed some fish under the boat. We have 32 species of fish, 7 different types of bass, 2 different types of gar. Those little guys near the top of the glass are bluegills. There's mullet that we might see leap out of the water from time to time. We have catfish, and we even have tilapia. The tilapia do not belong here, but here they are. They're an invasive species. Now guys, I call all of these fish lucky fish, because not only do they get to live their entire lives in this crystal clear water, there's no fishing allowed here. So it doesn't get any better than that if you're a fish, am I right? Of course I am. Guys, that was our least exciting spring. The best is yet to come, like this next one. one of my favorites. It's called The Creature Spring, because in 1954 they did a movie called The Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was filmed right here. The underwater scenes were filmed right here in this wide open area. And this is 38 feet deep. Now the creature is played by a local guy named Rico Browning, because he could hold his breath for over 4 minutes. He fit in a creature suit pretty good. Now coming up is the spring. You can hardly see it, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get to in a couple of minutes. But the spring's right down there in that dark area. And in the movie, it played a cave. And if you rewatch that movie like I did recently for the first time since I was a kid, it actually looks the same. You can make out everything that you see here, except it's a lot clearer. Right now, it's very, very foggy. But in that cave is where the creature dragged his co-star Julie Adams into there. A lot of people don't know this, but the reason he did that is because he was just a misunderstood guy in love. Now, he did happen to kill a few people here and there, but hey, nobody's perfect. Yeah, guys, as I said, it's usually a lot clearer here. But there's a very good reason why it is so foggy and murky. Can anybody tell me why? All right, that's what I wanted to hear. Nothing. We are going to see why without me telling you. There's a lot of activity going on this morning. Yeah, they are really fogging up there, fouling the place up. Yeah. Oh, there he is right there. Check him out. That's the truth.
Oh, right there. Yeah, I see that.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. I have video of the young one heaving on my propeller. We could not move for 20 minutes. I was stuck here. You know, that's what they do. They go under the glass a lot of times and rub their backs on it. And open their expression from this one. Yeah, they're really active today. Yeah, yeah. I guess they're doing what we call wrestling. Takes, I believe, 13 months, I believe it is. Yeah, yeah, there's a couple of babies. They were born about 5 months ago. And they're like little footballs when they're 5 days old. We saw them and they stick right to the mother's side. As the mother swims, it's like it's glued to her. Yeah, very cool to watch. They've done it. Is he under? Oh, the big one will push us out of the play right.
Mom,
That's cool. I was hoping that would happen. Like I said, we don't try and do it.
oh.
It is.
Where is it?
Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Island here is called Bird Island. Cormorants and anhingas will be making their nests here in another month or so. There'll be about a dozen nests up there. And cormorants and anhingas are both fishing birds. You'll see them in the water every now and then. They go in the water for minutes at a time to catch their fish. And that grass we're going over is eel grass. That's what the manatees mainly eat. They pull it up and they eat just the roots. And then you let the rest float away. You wouldn't think they were picky eaters by looking at them, but they are. All right, we're free and clear. Coming up on the right, see what he's doing right here to the right? This blackbird, that's an anhinga. He's actually drying his wings out because after fishing they have to do that because they lack the natural oils that ducks have in their wings. And if you dry him out the old-fashioned way, he's either drying his wings out or he's bragging about the fish he just caught. It was this big, right? Yep, we got more manatees here. There's one over there right by the grass. And there's another one right over here, or at least one. What is it? There's got to be more than one there, right?
It's right here. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, they're clouding up my next spring that I wanted to show you. Florida snowstorm. It's one of the only places in the world where it snows year-round, and the only place where it snows up instead of down. Of course, it's not really snow. It's a small piece of limestone and snail shell that have been down there for thousands of years, and the force of the spring pushes it up. Now, all the springs in this area combined, which, like I said, it goes 550 miles, where it unites with the St. Johns River out through Jacksonville and into the Atlantic Ocean it goes. Did manatee go over there? Disappear. Where is he, to my right?
Yes. Right by the grass.
Coming up on my left are those original. When Jeff was 8 years old, he came down here and filmed a couple of episodes of Sea Hunt with his father. So you can tell your friends you know where the dude got his start. Right here at Silver Springs. How about that? That looks like a yellow belly right there. But yeah, they come out when they want to come out, and they don't when they don't. I tell everybody that wildlife here is a lot like my wife. He's on an island upriver, and the next day to take his customers on his boat to go see him. So that's what he did. One night he brought 30 rhesus macaque monkeys, put them on an island, came back the next morning with his customers, no monkeys. Little did Colonel Toohey know that rhesus macaque monkeys are excellent swimmers, but during the night they got hungry, swam off the island, and the rest, as they say, is history. So anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 age. And here's the drop off. This is your Kodak moment right here, folks.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
This is so
Don't see
pretty.
that in Disney World, right? Let's take it. Now guys, for you guys on the left side of the boat, you can almost see right down inside that spring. For everybody on the right side of the boat, all I can say is you should have sat on the left side of the boat. Of course, I'm kidding. Don't worry, I'll get us turned around and strain your necks. We'll get a better look at it once I get turned around. Now the opening starts right here down to your left. It's hard to see, but this is where it starts, right there. The cave opening, I call it. And it goes up and over to the right, right there. You see the top ledge? It goes all the way across 65 feet. And you see all that blackness just below it? That's wide open water. It looks like a wall, but it's not. Get a better look right here. You can see the top ledge and you can only see the floor, but all you see is blackness there because the sun's behind it right now. Late in the afternoon you can actually see right inside it. So come back later.
Take a boat
But anyway,
again.
that's wide open water coming out of there. They say the amount of water coming out of there, you can fill 4 Olympic-sized pools every 14 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Now, who actually measures these things, I have no idea. Take their word for it. Sounds about right. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, I need your help back. They forgot where they're supposed to be standing, so I have to find them again every day. Find them I will with your help. If you guys see them before I do, let me know.
I saw.
Oh yeah.
There.
Right there.
Yeah.
We got them. All right, there they are, folks. I give you Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. These guys just so happened to get cleaned up a couple of weeks ago. Once a month, divers come down and clean the bottom of our boats, and when they do, they go down and give these guys a shave and a haircut. They stay white for a few days, and then they start turning green again like they are now. Another week or two, they're going to have long green hair. Imagine bumping into these three in a bar. Holy moly. And these guys were also in a couple of James Bond movies. Moonraker and Never Say Never Again, starring the real James Bond, Sean Connery. You can see the sun shining right on Hades' face right there. Part of the tour is just about over. And folks, we do accept gratuities. And that glass you've been looking through also doubles as the world's largest tip jar. It's a 100-year-old tradition. That's how we get paid. Of course, you're under no obligation to do so, but if you do, just know it will not go unappreciated. And on behalf of Silver Springs, I'd like to thank you guys very much for coming out. And I truly hope you had a good time. And if you did have a good time, tell your friends and family, as word of mouth is our best advertising. As we head back in, continue to keep all body parts inside the boat, and please